happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. Today I'll be reviewing the ELPA ER-C57WR. It's a medium wave, FM stereo, shortwave, long wave, airband receiver. I purchased this radio for $64.19 shipped from eBay from a Japanese seller. Let's take a look at it. If you look real close, it kind of resembles a Skywave. In fact, everything about it does, but there are quite a few differences, and we'll go over those differences. Packaging is all Japanese, to be expected. Go ahead and open it up, see what's inside. It kind of opens up here in the middle. We get a manual. The manual is all Japanese, so there are some captions you can kind of figure out by the pictures of how to do stuff. And I have my Skywave as a reference, so some of it's very similar. And we'll figure this out together. Okay. And then I believe the radio. And that's it. You don't get any earbuds, no extras, no carrying bag like the Skywave gives us. So kind of missing those items. But who cares when you want a nice radio? So let's see what we have here for the radio. Dimension-wise, identical to the Skywave. 5 inches long, including the tuning knob. 3 inches tall, and a depth of 1 1/8 inches. We have an antenna on top that extends out to 19.5 inches and swivels 360. Notched so it can sit up straight. Locks in tight. Mine appears to be a little bent on the top there. I don't know. Must have happened in shipping or manufacturing, but not a big deal. Hasn't fallen off yet. Okay, so we'll go ahead and look at some of the buttons. We have a numeric keypad for direct entry. We have a frequency button that doubles as our time setting. Our 0 button doubles as our 9/10 step for the AM. Our band with the ATS function, automatic search and save. And then we have the 12 24-hour clock function, along with the FM stereo and AM bandwidth key. We have an alarm mode on our page button. Page is for your presets. We have a step button, which is very interesting. I'll show that to you. Not familiar with this, and I started using it, and it's gets you through a band pretty quickly. So, and then our air squelch we set here. So it's not the same as the Skywave. The Skywave, you set it on the knob. Up and down for tuning. A lock button, power on and off, and sleep function. Our display is backlit, or side lit, excuse me. It's an amber light. Similar battery icon as the Skywave. Similar numerical display also. Right side of the radio, we have the tuning wheel, clicks, volume, smooth. Okay, left side of the radio, we have a headphone jack. That sounds very good. Very close to the Skywave. I mean, I had a hard time distinguishing a difference. There might be a slight tonal edge to the Skywave because it has a few extra features that this one doesn't have. Then this has a DC in of 4.5 volts, and this appears to not charge your radio. So, because I saw nothing about charging on the front here, so I would not expect that to charge the batteries. Okay, on the back, we have the frequency chart. As you notice, we have the FM, and then we have the medium wave, short wave, long wave, and air bands. Made in China, which I was hoping it was made in Japan, but it's to be expected. Vented cabinet, it's the exact same design as the Skywave, and the battery compartment. And just to give you an idea, I brought my Skywave out, and you can see it's the same back. Okay. We'll keep that off to the side here for future reference. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on. This says on when you turn it on. This is our FM, so we can go quickly through the FM here. Let's rotate this here so we don't hit anything. And I'll prop this here. And we are going to do a automatic search and store on this band. So we'll let this run. Should go fairly quickly. Just like the other radio, it's a fairly fast seeking device. Okay, let's see what I found.
That we need to work on, but I bet there's one in particular that just drives you nuts.
Paging functions.
And yet,
If you notice, it starts at 0. So you have page 0 instead of page 1 starting. So they definitely have it a little different, but similar concept.
And that's like a really tangible example of the difference.
Now you'll notice one thing lacking. There's no voice or music mode. You just get what you get here on the FM. Stereo button, if it comes in stereo, it'll come on.
Amor, 106.
Rodynki mają dużo ciekawych własności poprzez...
Okay, so pretty basic. Let's go to our AM band. It's our long wave. AM. Okay, now an AM band.
Has the upper hand too.
Right now we're on 1120 AM, which is KMX out of St. Louis.
Hey, I could expose you if you ever release.
If you look, there's a little symbol right there. That's your filter, your notch filter or bandwidth filter.
If he releases the picture,
The bummer is on this radio you only have 2. You don't have 6, which is a downer. So we hit this.
He releases the picture.
You can hear the difference.
It makes him look bad and her look bad, but being she wasn't in office yet, it could have been just, hey, those two had an affair.
So that's all you get.
A picture of it.
So definitely a big downgrade versus the Skywave. Starting to see some big differences here. Not only do you have just a minimal bandwidth select on AM, you also you actually do not get the music voice capability on the AM either.
I don't know much about the lady, but I think
But
her husband
if you get
sounds like a
reception,
scumbag.
what's it matter? So let's see. Let's do automatic search and store here. We'll go through the AM band and see what we can find. While it's doing that, we'll kind of showcase the Skywave again. If you remember, the Skywave has the bandwidth, and when you do the bandwidth on the AM, let's get over there. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's getting used to 2 different radios.
If he really loved his wife,
You have the voice.
he would have hurt her like that. And his kids. And Governor Greiten,
That clicking is from the other radio. Searching. Tone. Hold it down. Goes to music. Voice. Your difference there. Then you have your bandwidth. 6 steps of bandwidth. Along with the voice and music tone. So, just letting you know, that's a big bonus and extra. Plus, you can charge from that charging port here versus the other radio not being able to charge. As far as what the both radios can find, this radio finds exactly the same amount of stations.
0208.
Go to end my visit identify EP name. Trump step in and say, no, Mr. President, that's not what you meant
to say.
Chicago, vote
So
RV and
it looks like it passed 650. Let's see if we can get 650, which is Nashville. So we'll hit frequency. enter that in. Oops, hit the band mode. Hold on a second. Goes back to AM. You'll find yourself using the narrow filter all the time on AM, because that just sounds horrible.
Passion for these dreams. You might not like what he's saying.
So that's the page mode. Go to page
what he's
1.
tweeting, but that is not a basis for
Be around people.
subtract. You can speak English.
Bigger the project, the bigger the savings. There's no limit to how much you can.
Can't show. You can't.
Trotsky. Why do you think of Trotsky?
Louisville.
Because. And so let's dig in.
Society of the United States and the Ad Council.
I didn't hear Zoomer, so we're going to see if we can find the Zoomer. We're going to enter that in, 740. I notice this graph, it seems to be more realistic than the Skywaves. The Skywave's always very like buried in 9, even though it's a weak signal. There you go, so we get 740.
Of course, Bruce was traded to the Indians at the
You just keep paging to your other pages that it's stored to.
Awareness of the childhood malnutrition crisis through
Wells Fargo Center, Kevin. I don't think every game forever.
So like I said, they're very similar in AM quality and reception and selectivity, sensitivity. They're very equal. Skywave and the ELPA. Let's see what else we have. So we have a band for airwave and shortwave. So airwave it's identical, except there's no push button squelch. It's a press and hold. And let's see how that works. And then you adjust it by the tuning knob once you're in that mode. So you can see how it goes, cycles through. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, once in a while I'll get a plane talking on 125 megahertz, but not too often. Now my tuner works really good. Every time I tune this, it doesn't skip. So I can go fast and I can go slow. And that's another thing I should bring up real quick, since I forgot to mention that. When we go back to AM, yeah, you gotta go through, cycle through all these menus. I guess that's one thing I like about the Skywave is a dedicated FM AM band over there. Whoops, just talking and I missed it. Okay, so yeah, so this is the push button. So fast, you can tune. Those people out there are gonna love that. It's really handy. Then you can go slow to kind of get next to a station. We got multiples in the area. And then it has stop. So it's almost like a lockout. I'm not sure that. If you guys know why there's a stop, let me know. But every time I click it, it recognizes it. So that's one bonus. Skywave has issues where sometimes it'll miss a click or 2 or 3. But this works really well.
5,000 companies. Those guys are a heck of a tandem together. And
so shortwave is pretty much the same caliber as the Skywaves. So it picks up identically sensitivity-wise. I think I'm on the wrong page. Let's go to page 0. Kind of in a bad spot, but just pick up the clock signal earlier. This automatic search and store like cranks. Look at that. Look how fast that goes. I like that. It moves along. So we're just going to see if it finds anything in the low band here, and then we'll stop it. Okay. It's got that bandwidth too, but you're gonna be in the narrow one more often than not. It has a sleep function. Similar to that, just press and hold. Okay, redo that. Press and hold. Okay, apparently it's not letting me do that. So let's change the band. See if that's anything to do with it. So, turning the radio on. Pressing and holding the sleep button. Usually supposed to bring on the sleep mode, but apparently my sleep mode doesn't work. Okay, so this doesn't have a working sleep mode. Does it matter? I don't know. Some people... Oh, there we go. Okay. Wow. I don't know how I got that. Oh, there we go. So now I guess I cycle by tapping the button. The other one, you hold the button. So I guess it's trial and error. Figured it out. It does have sleep mode. Yay. Okay, good. So that pretty much wraps it up. Let's do some final thoughts on the radios, and yeah, it should be a good thing. Stop right there. So was this radio worth buying for $64? Yes, it's actually a really good radio. The reception on AM is fantastic. The shortwave is just the same as the Skywaves. Won't be using the medium wave. The air band works just the same as the Skywaves, so that's a bonus. Am I missing the weather part of this? Maybe a little bit, because the weather is handy to have at a moment's notice, but not crucial. I'll tell you what I'm missing big is the bandwidth select. Bringing that noise level down really helps, like, you know, to 2 kilohertz mode or something like that. And this radio just has the probably 6 to a 3 is what it sounds like when you toggle between the two. And it has no tone control between music and voice. So I did notice those differences right away. The ability not to be able to charge your batteries inside the cabinet. I don't do that, but a lot of people do, so they'll probably miss having that. Yeah, it has the alarms. I didn't really get into it because it's a little different than this one, so I just didn't bother. I do like the Skywave's AM/FM band being by itself. I just noticed all the cycling you have to do when you're hitting this button. Meter band. Oh, that's one thing we didn't touch on real quick, was the step function. Kind of acts like a meter band, but doesn't. Hey, I did the sleep function, yay. So if you're on this and you hit step, see what it's doing? Press and hold. That's for your air squelch. But with step, it steps really fast. You see how it does that? So it's really big when you're in the air mode and when you're in the shortwave. So we'll go to shortwave. Whoops, don't want to do that. Let's go to shortwave and we'll do step. Okay, there's your meter band. Sweet. So the step is the meter band. So we're discovering the stuff as we go. Okay, and then when you're in the air band, see how it goes through those pretty fast. That's pretty nice. Because normally right here, This is as fast as you can go typically without entering in manually. But being able to step quickly like this is nice. I mean, it's going pretty fast. And then you can fine tune or even go slower. So yeah, handy, very handy. Let's see what it does on the AM. You know, I didn't check the step on the AM. Goes by hundreds. Okay. So there you go. It gets there faster. I really like that. That's actually not a bad thing. So yeah, this is a definite buy at $64 and under, because I think you can get some of these like $62. One guy was selling it for $59. I didn't buy from him because he sells mainly fishing equipment, and I was kind of leery on that. So I decided to spend about $5 more and get it from a reputable Japanese seller. So yeah, this radio can be had for a good price. Like I said, there's a lot of features I miss that the Skywave has. Mainly that bandwidth select is the big one, and the tone select. But I had headphones in, and it sounded fantastic on FM stereo, is which mainly I'd use those headphones for. It sounded really good compared to Skywave. The Skywave, when it was set to music, had just maybe a slight bit of an edge, but very close to the same. So there you have it. The ELPA, kind of like your junior Skywave, if you want to put it. Is it worth the $30, $35 decrease in price? Yes, it is worth it, because you still have a great shortwave receiver, backlit screen. You have your error band if you like that. AM is just as good as far as receiving capability. So yeah, all of the above, definite buy. And to be honest with you, both radios are wonderful. I would, if I was in the market, I would just look and see what functions do I need, what will I really use, and go from there. And since they're very similar radios, then let price dictate what I choose. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Take care.